Hello again, footy tippers. Russ Barwick here at ANZ Stadium, gearing up for the footy finals not too far away, and we're into NRL Round 22, and what a game on Friday night. What a pivotal game for the blokes who call this place home, South Sydney. Will Greg Inglis play or won't he? Well, the tip is he might make a return. That's a bad tip, I know, but there's plenty of whispers around to say that Souths need him back. But Melbourne put on 1,000 points against Canberra last week. They're at home. They lost the week previously only just to the Warriors. I reckon they've turned the corner, Melbourne. Just get on board. They might win the comp again, the Melbourne Storm, and I'll be winning against Souths on Friday night at Amy Park. Parramatta and West. So you've got the top of the table in Melbourne and you've got the other end here in Sydney. And it's not too far away, but you could give me a fistful of 50s and I still wouldn't go the distance and go and watch it because both teams are going like bustards. Parramatta, awful. West Tigers, awful. The problem is, if they were both playing well, it'd be 30 all, but neither of them are scoring enough points. This might be 6 all due to the fact that they can't get over the line with 2 minutes to go, but I don't know. I'll tip the Tigers only because I go for them. I'm not a very loyal supporter, as you can see. Roosters take on Canberra at Allianz Stadium. Now the Roosters are on fire, top of the ladder, unbeatable at the moment, just working as a unit. Pierce to the 5'8" Maloney has just been outstanding. Where was that? Origin 3 and Origin 2, but anyway, they'll get there. And they're going very well at the moment in Canberra. Well, they get Blake Ferguson back, but they need Blake Ferguson and 300 others the way they played last week. Roosters will win that. Cronulla take on the Knights. Very important game here. I thought the Knights might make the top 4 because they've got a pretty soft draw after this. They've only got really one team in the top 8 that they have to negotiate and a few easier games. So if the Knights can get away with Cronulla, then they will go a long way to going into the top 4 or 5. But the way the Sharks played last week in New Zealand, I'm going to have to tip the Sharks. Manly will beat the Warriors at Blue Tongue Stadium. The Warriors are a little disappointing last week. They don't travel. And remember, for them, it's not only a long flight, then it's a horrendous bus ride. It's just a pain to get to Blue Tongue Stadium. All due respect, it's a great place to play football, but I think Manly are just going too well. Brisbane take on St George. A few changes in the offing up at the Broncos, and this is a real important game for them. But you know what? The Dragons are showing me something lately, and whilst Brisbane were 18 all last week against Newcastle, I think the Dragons can bounce back after their Monday night game against the Bulldogs, and I reckon they might just get them. There's your upset of the weekend. Penrith and the Cowboys at Centrebet Stadium. The Panthers just. I think the Cowboys were really up for last week from an emotional perspective with the death of Graham Murray. I think that really got them over the line. I think they might be a little bit flatter this week and Penrith might just be a bit too hard to beat. And then on Monday, Canterbury take on the Gold Coast here at ANZ Stadium. Bulldogs are on fire at the moment. They'll be making the top 4 and they'll be a real influence if they get their hands on a couple of teams in the semi-final month of September. So the Bulldogs will be winning that one. So wrapping up the tips for round 22, a lot of the home teams. Melbourne, the Tigers, Roosters, Cronulla, Manly, St George in a bit of an upset, then Penrith wrapping it up with Canterbury on Monday Night Football. And make sure you get out here to ANZ Stadium, Monday Night Football. It's a fabulous place to watch football, plenty of entertainment, lots to do, and the precinct is on fire from about 5 o'clock each night. So if you're in the area, make sure you come and watch. That'll do it for this week. Centrebet.com for all the best odds for NRL Round 22.